Good afternoon, y'all. My name is Ben Bertay with MasteryConnect. We're actually a Salt Lake City-based company, so welcome to Salt Lake. Hope you're enjoying yourself. MasteryConnect is a curriculum and assessment platform providing innovative tools for teachers in K-12. When our co-founder, Trenton Goebel, was a principal in Utah, he was noticing a common trend amongst his teachers. They were having success in creating, delivering, and scoring assessments, but they weren't able to do much with the data that was being produced. They were having a problem looking into that data and then informing their instruction as they went forward. When he was discussing this with serial tech entrepreneurs Mick Hewitt and Doug Weber, they realized there's a large opportunity here. There's a $1.8 billion assessment industry, as well as the Common Core and state standards were growing in importance. In addition, tech was entering schools at a high rate. Together, these three components meant there was a strong business opportunity here. They identified the mission as the opportunity to target students for intervention, personalize learning, identify student levels of understanding, and help teachers evaluate their own practice. When they created the platform, you'll see what we have here. We have a roster of students with different standards across the top. As you formatively assess your students, you'll see whether your students are in remediation, mastery, or in need of some sort of intervention strategy. This allows you to successfully target students for intervention and move forward. This platform is based on doing strong formative assessments, whether they be bubble sheet scanning or more complex TEI-style assessments. We'll meet you where you are as an educator, whether you're working with rubrics, performance, or any of those types of assessments. The business model from day one has been to offer both a paid product and a free product. This has meant that it's the quintessential freemium model, but there's always been an understanding that we're going after school and district sales. The way to make this successful, in our opinion, is you really have to innovate and work with the market as it grows. As we developed, we were understanding that there was a need from the school and district level to be supporting benchmark assessments. A feature you'll see here is our benchmark compare feature, where we take our formative assessments and based on the benchmark that's been delivered by the district, we will show incongruencies between the standards that have already been assessed and the benchmark standards. This allows teachers and the school to focus on those areas of opportunity. In addition, we've supported our schools and districts by having over 1 million standards in our system. This means every state and Common Core standards are being updated daily to the changes. Additionally, we have custom standards. So as schools move from Common Core to state or state to Common Core, they can stay with the product and always have a solid set of standards to work through the product and formatively assess. Those standards also are built into apps. These reference apps are available for teachers all across the country. We have over 106 individual reference apps for each of those standards that have had over 20 million downloads to date. We also have apps for our teacher based on the platform and our student based on the platform. So whether our teachers happen to be using Android, iOS, or browsers, we want to offer them the best solution to be successful. Additionally, we have a high referral network for leads. Teachers are telling teachers about the business and helping them get in the door. Altogether, this is making a large funnel of that bottom up in order to approach sales from the top down. In addition, our free product, Socrative, has over 2.5 million teacher registrations. This is further adding to the funnel of opportunities for the top-down, bottom-up model. To date, this year alone, in the last 365 days, we've delivered 28 million assessments through the platform, and we currently have 2,800 paid schools and districts in the US and all 50 states. We have 7.5 million quizzes within our library, and one of the big components of MasteryConnect is the ability to track mastery, to share common assessments across the platform, and also have a personal learning network that happens online so you can connect with teachers in different states or in different areas outside of your school. In addition, we have over 2 billion responses. That's where we are, but the question is, where are we going as we continue to move forward as a company? We've spent a lot of time in the last months really trying to distill down to what we've learned in the market over our years as a business. And what we found is the formative assessment roots which started our company still holds a strong value. But there's also a need to really beef up our interim and benchmark assessments for the district and school level. In addition, we're going to maintain our focus on curriculum planning and teacher collaboration. With ESSA entering the market, there's a shift from proficiency towards growth measures as well. Along with that, what we're starting to see is they're looking for measures of more performance-based assessment and multiple measures of student understanding. So states are looking to make sure that they're able to truly evaluate what students are learning in this modern school era with this new act. As a result, we've recently released our growth reporting feature, which allows a district to take a multi-standard or a summative assessment based on standards and a sliding growth scale. We will predict what a student will need to hit on their next benchmark to meet growth. Once they've completed the second benchmark, we'll do an analysis for them and let them know how many of their students met that growth percentage throughout that variation between the two assessments. They can then have an exportable report to specifically target students for intervention who may have missed that goal and communicate with teachers on strategies to improve moving forward. We've also really improved our mobile offering. We've added a lot of capabilities for the teacher to move around the classroom on our iPad and our iOS apps, and we're doing Android this summer. The reason for that is a teacher needs to be flexible as they move around and capture student understanding in the moment. If they're seeing a standard being evaluated through a project or a performance, we want the teacher to be able to actually associate a score with that. That's an important component of creating a long-lasting record and more data in the system of how the student is performing. We also allow them to capture evidence of that student understanding via these mobile apps. They can take pictures or add notes that further validates why that student is in mastery or in need of more intervention to move forward in their learning sphere. Also, you can really quickly scan assessments using these tools, or you can sort students by mastery. If you're interested in dividing up your class into smaller learning groups, we want you on the fly to be able to look at an assessment or a standard, sort your students by mastery to remediation, and then work with students in small groups and move towards intervention. Over the history of our company, we felt very strongly about working with strong partners and not trying to carry it all ourselves. We have a great network of tech, distribution, and content partners within us. Finally, we have a super strong group of investors that are both institutionally focused and impact-driven. This together has helped us provide a strong product into the ed tech market. Thanks for listening.